Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and something amazing has happened. For the first time in years, you've slept through the entire night without getting up once to use the bathroom. No urgency, no discomfort, no frustration. Now imagine this change could start in less than a single day, just by adding one simple vegetable to your meals. Sounds impossible, right? But science says otherwise, and most men over 60 have never even heard about it. For decades, many men have believed that an enlarged prostate is something they simply have to live with, and that the only options are medications with side effects or risky surgeries. But what if that wasn't true? What if nature has given us a safe, natural solution, something that's been sitting in your grocery store all along? Today I'm going to share the truth about 5 powerful vegetables that help shrink the prostate and improve urine flow naturally. This isn't random advice, this is backed by science and years of real experience with men just like you. And before this video ends, I'll reveal the vegetable that works the fastest, one that can start making a difference in as little as 24 hours, and explain exactly how it works. Stay with me, because this could be the turning point in your health. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our tips for prostate health, designed specifically for men over 60. And if this topic matters to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. That way, I know how to bring you more helpful content. All right, let's start with the very first vegetable on our list, a simple food you probably already eat, but never realized it could protect your prostate and even help shrink it. All right, let's start with the very first vegetable on our list, a simple food you probably already eat, but never realized it could protect your prostate and even help shrink it. Vegetable number 1, broccoli, the king of cruciferous vegetables. When I think back on the years I've spent helping men with prostate issues, one man comes to mind immediately. He was 72 years old, a retired engineer, very logical, and needed solid proof before trying anything. He came to see me frustrated, not just because of those constant nighttime bathroom trips, but because nothing seemed to help. Medications left him dizzy and exhausted, and he wanted to avoid surgery at all costs. I asked about his diet, and I noticed something missing: cruciferous vegetables, especially broccoli. When I suggested adding it to his meals a few times a week, he raised an eyebrow as if to say, "Really? Broccoli?" But he agreed to try. Broccoli isn't just another green veggie someone told you to eat. It's one of the richest sources of sulforaphane, a natural compound with powerful anti-inflammatory and detoxifying effects on the prostate. Chronic inflammation is one of the main drivers of prostate enlargement, and sulforaphane helps shut that process down. Think of it like clearing debris out of a clogged pipe. Once the blockage is gone, flow improves. But sulforaphane does more than that. It helps your body break down and eliminate estrogen-like compounds that can build up in men as we age. This hormonal balance is critical because higher estrogen and lower testosterone are a common trigger for prostate growth. Broccoli helps restore that balance and slow down enlargement. I've told my patients countless times that broccoli is like a natural medicine, without the side effects. Studies show that men who eat broccoli regularly have less inflammation and slower prostate growth compared to men who rarely eat it. The best part? It's easy to add to your diet. Light steaming preserves sulforaphane and makes broccoli tender and tasty. Add a drizzle of olive oil to boost absorption. Toss it into soups, stir fries, or pasta a few times a week, and you'll notice real changes over time. That engineer I mentioned, he started eating broccoli 4 nights a week, sometimes with garlic and olive oil, sometimes mixed with carrots and Brussels sprouts. After 6 weeks, the difference was clear. His nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 3 times to just once. His urine flow improved, and that constant pressure in his lower abdomen was gone. Most importantly, he felt hopeful again, like his body was working with him, not against him. And that's the feeling I want for every man, because a small improvement gives you the motivation to keep going. Broccoli isn't a miracle cure on its own, and no single food can fix everything. But it's a cornerstone of a natural plan to shrink the prostate. And when combined with other foods and a few lifestyle changes, its benefits multiply. Vegetable number 2, tomatoes, the power of lycopene, tomatoes, the bright red staple sitting in almost every kitchen. Let me tell you about a patient named John, a 70-year-old retired firefighter. He came to me with a friendly smile, but underneath, he was frustrated. He told me how much he missed the simple pleasure of watching a movie without getting up 2 or 3 times to use the bathroom. For John, tomatoes were just another ingredient, something he added to a sandwich now and then. What he didn't know is that inside every ripe tomato is a powerful compound called lycopene. Lycopene is one of the most researched antioxidants for prostate health. It works by reducing oxidative stress, the silent process that damages prostate cells over time. When oxidative stress goes down, abnormal cell growth slows, which means less pressure, less inflammation, and fewer symptoms. But there's more. Lycopene also helps regulate the way hormones interact with the prostate, keeping growth signals under control. Men who eat foods rich in lycopene often have smaller prostates and better urine flow. Here's the secret. Lycopene becomes even more effective when tomatoes are cooked. That's why tomato sauce, soups, and slow-roasted tomatoes pack more prostate-protecting power than raw slices. And when you pair them with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, your body absorbs even more. So yes, your favorite pasta with a real tomato sauce isn't just tasty, it's therapeutic. When I explained this to John, his eyes lit up. Wait, are you saying spaghetti could help my prostate? I smiled and said, if you make it with real, slow-cooked tomatoes and healthy fats, absolutely. He took the advice seriously. For the next 2 months, he made tomato soup, roasted tomatoes with garlic and herbs, and even scrambled eggs with diced tomatoes for breakfast. His results didn't happen overnight, but they were steady. Fewer nighttime bathroom trips, stronger urine flow, and a big boost in confidence. The best part? Tomatoes are one of the easiest foods to add to your diet without changing your habits too much. Just choose real, cooked tomatoes over raw, and make olive oil your friend. That's how you get your daily dose of prostate protection without even trying. Vegetable number 3, Brussels sprouts, the hormonal detoxifier. I know what you're thinking. Brussels sprouts? Really? A lot of men groan when I bring them up because they remember those overcooked, mushy sprouts from childhood dinners. But when prepared right, they're not just delicious. They're one of your prostate's greatest allies. Brussels sprouts are rich in a compound called indole 3-carbinol, I3C. This nutrient acts like a natural hormone filter for your body. As men age, testosterone levels gradually decline, while estrogen-like compounds from the environment, processed foods, and even normal metabolism start to rise. This subtle shift can quietly fuel prostate growth. Here's the problem. You don't feel this imbalance right away. But over time, you notice the symptoms: weak urine flow, constant urge to go, and sleepless nights. What I3C does is amazing. It helps your liver break down and eliminate those estrogen-like compounds more efficiently. Think of it like unclogging a filter so everything runs smoothly again. With better hormonal balance, your prostate is under less pressure and functions more normally. I remember another patient, Bill, a 74-year-old retired postal worker who had been battling prostate issues for over a decade. He was already eating broccoli and tomatoes but hit a plateau. When I suggested Brussels sprouts, he laughed. I haven't eaten those since I was a kid, and I hated them. I told him the secret was in the preparation. Roast them with olive oil, a little salt, and pepper. When they caramelize, they're sweet, crunchy, and nothing like the boiled ones you remember. Bill gave it a try. He started roasting big batches and keeping them in the fridge for easy reheating. Within weeks, he noticed real progress. Fewer bathroom trips at night, stronger flow, and less urgency during the day. At his next checkup, he told me, I can actually sleep through the night now. That hasn't happened in years. Brussels sprouts don't just ease symptoms. They target one of the root causes of prostate enlargement, hormonal imbalance. Plus, they're packed with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support heart health and digestion. So if you've avoided them for years, give them another chance. Roast them until golden and crispy. Add a squeeze of lemon or drizzle with a little balsamic glaze. Trust me, you might be surprised how much you enjoy them. Vegetable number 4, garlic, nature's anti-inflammatory. Powerhouse garlic is one of those foods people either love or avoid because of its strong aroma. But when it comes to prostate health, garlic is a true champion. Why? Because chronic inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of prostate problems, and garlic fights inflammation like few other foods can. Its sulfur compounds, especially allicin, calm the body's overactive immune response, reducing swelling and pressure in the prostate. Better blood flow is another hidden benefit. Improved circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach the prostate, helping it heal and function better. One of my patients, Mike, 68 years old, had been struggling for years. Medications left him with side effects he couldn't tolerate, so he was ready for a natural approach. When I suggested garlic, he laughed and said, "My wife will love this, she's Italian." They started adding fresh garlic to almost every dinner, sautéing it with vegetables, mixing it into salad dressings, and tossing it into soups. I told him the trick: crush the garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking to activate the allicin. Within 2 months, Mike noticed real changes. His nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 4 times to twice, his stream was stronger, and he felt more energy overall. The benefits don't stop at the prostate. Garlic supports heart health too, and that's directly linked to urinary and sexual function. That's why I call it a double benefit food. It protects your prostate and your heart at the same time. Vegetable number 5, pumpkin seeds, the zinc protector. Most men are surprised when I bring up pumpkin seeds. They expect me to talk about vegetables, not seeds. But these tiny powerhouses are packed with zinc, a mineral your prostate depends on. Zinc regulates hormones like testosterone and DHT, a stronger form of testosterone that can fuel prostate growth. When zinc levels drop, DHT can get out of control, making the prostate grow even more. Pumpkin seeds help restore that balance naturally. And zinc does more. It supports tissue repair, strengthens immunity, and even improves sperm health. After 60, zinc levels tend to fall, which is why adding pumpkin seeds can make a big difference. One patient, George, 76, had tried almost everything with little success. When I asked about his zinc intake, he realized it was almost zero. So we added raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds to his daily routine, a small handful every day. He kept a jar in the kitchen and another by his favorite chair for easy snacking. In just a month, George noticed fewer nighttime trips, a stronger stream, and more complete emptying. His exact words were, "These little seeds gave me more relief than anything I've tried in years." The best part? Pumpkin seeds are easy to enjoy. Snack on them plain, sprinkle them on salads, blend them into smoothies, or mix them into oatmeal. About 1 ounce a day, a small handful, is all you need. When you combine pumpkin seeds with broccoli, tomatoes, Brussels sprouts, and garlic, you create a multi-layered defense system for your prostate. Each food tackles the problem from a different angle, reducing inflammation, balancing hormones, boosting circulation, and protecting cells. Together, they're a natural strategy for comfort, confidence, and better quality of life. Over the years, I've seen countless men walk into my office carrying a silent burden, exhausted from sleepless nights, frustrated by constant interruptions, and afraid their body is slipping away from them. Here's the truth. Your prostate didn't enlarge overnight, and it won't shrink overnight either. But small, consistent changes can lead to incredible results. The 5 foods we covered, broccoli, tomatoes, Brussels sprouts, garlic, and pumpkin seeds, each bring something unique to the table. Broccoli fights inflammation and restores hormone balance. Tomatoes deliver lycopene to protect cells and control growth signals. Brussels sprouts detoxify estrogen-like compounds and rebalance hormones. Garlic reduces inflammation and improves blood flow. Pumpkin seeds restore zinc, control DHT, and protect prostate tissue. Think of them as tools in your toolbox. On their own, they help, but together, they create a powerful system for long-term prostate health. Start small. Add broccoli to dinner a few nights a week. Replace a processed snack with a handful of pumpkin seeds. Make a big pot of tomato soup this weekend. Roast some Brussels sprouts until they're golden and crispy. Let garlic become the foundation of your favorite dishes. These aren't radical changes, they're simple, delicious upgrades to your daily life. And as the weeks pass, you'll notice the magic. Fewer bathroom trips, stronger flow, better sleep. These small wins stack up until you realize you've taken back control. And the benefits go beyond the prostate. Better sleep means better mood and energy, lower inflammation supports your heart and brain, and balanced hormones improve strength, focus, and even intimacy. So start today. Pick one of these foods and make it part of your next meal. That tiny step could be the moment you look back on months from now and say, that's when everything started to change. Your health, your comfort, and your freedom are worth fighting for, and I promise, this is a fight you can win.